Coming to you live from the Chill Group headquarters in Edmonton, Alberta. This is Cashews and Doughnuts. And now, here's your host, Mr. Chill himself, Corey Hill.
Hey! Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I am Mr. Chill himself, Mr. Corey Hill. Welcome to Cashews and Doughnuts. This is our first episode. This is going to be fun and interesting and completely off the cuff, so we'll see how this all goes. I'd like to, every show we're going to have a special guest, and I'm very excited to announce our special guest for today. He's a very accomplished author and business coach, owner of a company called the Achievement Center. Please welcome my good friend, Troy Price. Troy, come on down.
Thank you. Thanks, Corey. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Wow. Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry. There must be some miscommunication. I was looking for Troy Price.
Oh, Troy. Yeah, he's my twin brother. I'm Tori. I'm the other twin brother. You just, kind of here filling in for Troy while he's out on the freeway. I think he's in an accident right now. But don't worry. He's all right. He'll be back. No problem. So I'm just filling in meantime until then.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay.
Looks like this show's a little more off the cuff than I thought.
Yeah.
So, Tori.
Tori.
Not
Yeah.
Troy.
Tori.
Tori
Yeah.
Price.
Tori Price. Yes. TP.
Oh, TP.
Terrific person, not toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah. I imagine you would.
I get toothpaste too. So yeah.
That's got to be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's bad. It's hard on my self-esteem, you know what I mean?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a little bit awkward. Tori, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So you
Corey?
said Troy's in an accident?
Well, that's what he told me a couple minutes ago. But he said not to worry. He's going to be here. No problem. So he said just go ahead and fill in for him while he's gone, and he'll be here as soon as he can make it. But don't worry. He's just fine.
So there's a small chance he'll still join us today.
He'll be here, promise. He's good for his word.
Maybe in a stretcher, but he'll be here.
Well, hopefully not. But if it is, he'll still be here. So.
All right.
But that's stretching it.
Well, Tori, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
This is going to be a little bit interesting. The first thing I was going to do, we call this the picking of the hats. It's kind of like my version of the hat sorting of Harry Potter. It's
okay.
Much more geeky.
Exciting.
So I have here a box of all kinds of fun hats that I've collected over the years. So we were each going to pick one, but looks like you've got that solved already.
Well, this is my lucky hat.
The Home Depot hat.
The Home Depot hat, yeah. I won it a couple of years ago, and it's been really lucky for me since then.
That's your favorite hat?
That's my favorite hat. I sleep with it and I shower with it. So, yes, it's my favorite hat.
You shower with it?
I do, yeah. It's my shower cap.
It's dried quite nicely, I have to say.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's quite dry here in the wintertime in Alberta, so, yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess it's just me left to pick a hat. Which one I want to go with? And this is one of my favorites. I'll run with this today. This is my...
Oh, that's a good hat.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I got this when I was watching the Newsies a few months ago with my wife. This is my I'm going to be a Newsie hat.
Good, I like Newsies. Good show.
Yeah. You like the hat?
I love the hat.
You want to try it on?
I'll try it on. Yeah. You want to try my hat?
Should we trade?
We should trade.
Are you sure?
Crazy? Sure.
Okay.
Just don't ruin it, okay?
All right, I'll do my...
Whoa.
Whoa, that is nice.
I know. This is good.
This is not just any hat. This is Home Depot-like quality.
This is nice. I kind of look like Clark Kent.
Yeah, and I kind of look like Tori Price.
You look good.
Yeah, you look good too.
Yeah, thank you.
You want to trade hats for now?
Let's trade hats for now. I like it.
Okay, we'll run with that.
I feel like a new man with this hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm not really sure what to do at this point because I was going to ask Troy a little bit about himself. He could introduce himself to the audience.
Oh, hold on a second. I feel a little buzz. Something going on in my pants. I think it's my phone. I think that might be true. Hold on a second.
Oh. Well, folks, hi. It's a little bit unexpected. I don't really know what we're going to do. I used to know some really good jokes, but remember, I have no personality, so that's a little tricky for me. Oh, goodness.
Sorry, Corey, about that. I got stuck in traffic and just was able to get here just in time. So sorry I'm a little late. Tori, thanks for filling in for me, buddy. I owe you one. Thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't want to miss any more than I had to. I know this is the big show, and I didn't want to ruin it for you. So sorry, let's pick off where we left off. Sorry about that, Corey.
Okay, Troy,
Yes,
Everyone,
that's
this
me.
is the Troy that I know. I didn't know he had a twin brother. We met Tori.
Oh, yeah, Tori. He's quite the interesting character. I should have known by the hat, the
Yeah.
toque, I guess. Huh?
He left me his toque.
It's a nice toque. He must really like you because he never gives anybody his toque.
Well, he says he showers with it, so
He
I'm not
does.
sure if I should be honored or scared. But,
Well, it's clean,
okay,
so
that's good.
you're safe. You're
Use
good.
the soap, we're good?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Troy,
On a rope, soap on a rope. So,
yeah,
yes.
that's important.
Yes.
So, Troy, we wanted you to be our special guest today. Thank you for coming on.
Pleasure having me.
And we wanted to find a little bit more about Troy Price. Who is Troy Price, and a little bit about us. So, why don't you give us a little background? Tell us about who you are.
Sure. Well, my name is Troy Price. Actually born and raised here in Edmonton. Grew up on the south side in Millwoods until I was 4, and then relocated to Red Deer, not far down the road. Spent another 4 years there, and then accidentally wound up in Lethbridge on our way to Oklahoma and Nebraska down that way. And we ended up staying there, and that was back in '85. And that's where I spent most of my childhood and adult life growing up, going to school and working. And went away for a few years on a mission, and then I worked. And when I graduated from university, I was a teacher and did some banking for a few years. And then we recently just moved up to Spruce Grove from Lethbridge 2 years ago, my family and I. And I'm married, and I have 3 beautiful boys and a wonderful wife, and just growing my business, the Achievement Center. So in a roundabout way, I'm kind of coming back home, kind of full circle, but it's good to be back up here, and we love being here. So.
Well, welcome back. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Assuming that your wife will watch this, you have any special message you want to send out to her?
Honey, I love your cooking, and you're the best, so keep up the good work.
And can I just say ditto for my wife too? Hi, Laura. Love you. Awesome. And so you said you have a couple of kids, 3 boys, you said,
I
right?
do. 14, 12, and 7.
Awesome. And does that keep you busy?
Very busy.
But I imagine probably entertained too?
They do. They're a great joy to have. They're good boys. They work hard in school. They're involved in scouts and church activities and sports and a few other things. So, as busy as it keeps us, they also bring us a lot of joy. I love being a dad. I don't think there's a greater job out there than being a parent. So I love it.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. I myself, my wife and I, we've got 6 kids.
Wow.
A lot of people kind of, wow, I can't believe you have 6 kids. We do. My wife's amazing. Love you, honey. And so this is very appropriate, actually, because we're going to move on to our first improv game of the day, of the show.
Great.
And this is the game that I affectionately, I think you're going to love this, actually.
Sure
This is the game that I affectionately call My Daddy's a Dork. So
That's
let
me.
me, yeah, that's me too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fathers out there, especially younger fathers, but fathers of all ages who are not afraid to be nerdy and dorky for the sake of making their kids laugh.
Perfect.
And it's with that inspiration that we're going to proceed with this game. So My Daddy's a Dork, here's how this works. We're going to take turns, well, let's just do one, of thinking of what is our kid's favorite TV show, movie, superhero, anything like that. And then we're going to each have 1 minute or so to kind of act out a mock scene from that as though we were their superhero or their favorite character from their show.
Okay.
So My Daddy's a Dork. This is our chance to impress our kids and say, hey, my dad's on TV and he loves me and he's willing to embarrass himself for entertaining us. So proud fathers unite.
Absolutely.
Right.
I love it. All
Okay,
right.
so as my guest today, Troy, you get to decide if you want to go first or if you would like me to go first.
You know what? You're the host, so I'm going to say you go first.
I was hoping you'd say it the other way around. All right, Troy. Okay, well, obviously I wrote what we're going to do today, so I tried to come up with some ideas. And when I kept thinking about what my kids' favorite shows are, I've got 6 kids, as I mentioned. My oldest is going to turn 12, and then we've got twins at the end who are about 3. And I don't think there's an hour of a day that goes by without hearing the words Paw Patrol. And I don't know if you've seen this show. Your kids are probably a little older than they probably wouldn't watch it. I don't know. But Alex and Madison, that's all they do all day is Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol. I get nightmares about the song in my sleep. I keep singing it over and over again. I'm driving to work and singing Paw Patrol. Anyways, so I guess I'm okay prepared for this. So Alex, Madison, and the rest of my kids, this is your dad saying that he loves you, being a dork on TV just for you. So here it goes. Paw Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol, double on the double. I think I can please screw that up. Paw Patrol, whenever there's trouble down in Adventure Bay. Ryder and his team of pups, here to save the day. Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol. Oh no, who's that? Hi, it's Mayor Goodweather. I'm sure that's her name. And her little pet chicken, Chicoletta. Looks like she's got a message for us. What is it, Mayor Goodweather? Oh, Ryder, I'm so glad that you're here. It's terrible. My niece, Jennifer, she's fallen down and she needs help, and only the Paw Patrol can save her. Can you please help her? Of course, Mayor Goodweather. I'm here to save the day. All right. Hey, pups, to the lookout tower. Mayor Goodweather needs us. Oh, hey. Hey, everyone. Ryder needs us to the lookout tower. That's right. He needs us. Get to the lookout tower. We're going. Off to see us, guy. All right. Ryder, we're here. What is it that you need? What is it that you need? Well, Mayor Goodweather's niece has been trapped in the well, and they need some help. Help them quickly. All right. Tell us what you want to do, Ryder. Well, Sky, I need you to use your flying machiney thingy to go up and help them grab the niece off the cliff. And Rocky, I need you to, I don't know. Hooray! You saved the day! Thank you! Paw Patrol, Doughnuts on the double. Paw Patrol.
Hey, bravo! That was good. I do know what Paw Patrol is, and I've learned something. So very good. Well done.
Well, if your kids end up watching it or you talk to anyone that's actually seen it, don't tell them what I called the names because I think I butcher all of them.
Okay. Well, your secret is safe with me. So
now that we've got that under the way, it's your turn, Mr. Troy Price.
Okay. Well, I grew up watching this show, and my kids end up watching this show, and we absolutely love it, our whole family, and we've probably seen almost every episode. So it's Scooby-Doo and the Gang, Mystery Mobile and Mystery Team. So Scooby-Doo, right ready. Jinkies, what do we got here? We got a mystery on our hand. That's right, folks, we've got a mystery. What do you think there, Shaggy? Like, I just want a piece of pizza and a peanut butter jelly sandwich. How about you, Scoop? Right, Waggy. So, mystery team is off. Get the mystery mobile. Fred, gang, let's go. That's it.
Nice work. I'm glad you went second because I would have felt really bad. Mine was terrible compared
Yours
to
was a lot better than mine.
Well, it's fun, isn't it?
It's fun.
It's amazing the things that we do for our kids.
You get to be dorky, and you know what? It's okay.
That's right.
Dork dads rule.
All right. Well, that was interesting and entertaining.
It was.
Okay. So, Troy, you are, as I introduced you at the beginning, though I guess it was Tori that stole your thunder.
Yeah, that Tori, he's always doing that.
But you are the owner of a company called Achievement Center, as your shirt would indicate there.
Yes.
Why don't you tell folks at home a little bit about what the Achievement Center is? What does it do?
Sure. Well, actually, the Achievement Center started back in 1984 in London, Ontario. It started with three people. One of them's passed away, but we have two of the owners still running with the company. And so we have what we call 5 principal owners across Canada. And so I ended up buying the Achievement Center as a licensee or as a franchise, if you will, and brought it out west here in the western provinces in Alberta. So what the Achievement Center is we do training and development for business professionals and organizations to help increase their proficiency, their production, ultimately their profit. So we do training on what we call the soft skills of business. We do customer engagement, employee engagement, leadership. If we're working with their sales team, training their sales team on how to be more effective at selling, how to grow sales on that end. If we're working with the owners or supervisors, managers, how they can better connect with their employees, how to inspire and motivate them, and how to lead them to the direction that the business wants to go in. Make sure that everybody's goals and visions are aligned together. We also use different diagnostic tools and assessments to assess not only the individual, but where the company is in general. We look at their business plan, their marketing strategies, try to find where the gaps are and identifying them, and then putting strategy in place and how to go about closing the gap and really improving upon their strengths and really helping to be more competitive and viable in the market.
So you serve a very important function. Do you find that there's certain size of businesses that can benefit more than others, or can you help any kind of size business?
We prefer to work mostly with small, medium-sized businesses, companies that have 2 to 75 employees, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's distribution, retail, sales. So that's kind of where we're looking at. We're not necessarily looking at the bigger financial industry, especially like RBCs or the Scotiabank, because we find they have their own in-house training programs. And so we're looking for the more small to medium-sized companies, those who know that there are issues or gaps, but we can have a consultant like me come in and identify what those gaps are and really train them to changing the behaviors and putting a strategy in place to implement them and see the changes and results a few months after we've gone in and helped them.
So you're really a champion of the small business.
Absolutely. That's one of my big goals, I guess, my big passions is really helping small entrepreneurs, especially Canadian entrepreneurs, and helping local communities and local economies grow, particularly the economy that we're here in Alberta. So I'm very big on supporting locally and also helping those who are just starting out to be successful.
And that is awesome. And yeah, I myself have many clients who are struggling in the economy right now, and it's tricky. Now, what do you say to a business owner who knows that they need the awesome services you provide, but they financially are already struggling? Is there still help that you can be to those people?
Absolutely. I think ignorance is probably the biggest mistake that a lot of owners make. They feel that they can't afford to, invest time or money into training and develop it, and I think that's the wrong approach. I think if you're going to invest any money or time, it should be back into your greatest asset, and that's your people. I look at companies that try to shortcut and try to downsize and cut corners, especially when the markets are down like right now. But what do when the wave comes back up? They're not prepared, and their customers don't remember them because they failed to keep in touch with them. Whereas I look at organizations who train in their people and making sure that their skills are sharp and that they're sharp. So when the wave goes back up, they're still in contact with their clients, and that's the customers that are going to remember who they are and still continue to do business with them. Others who didn't have already fallen away and are usually out of business. So
that makes a lot of sense. And you being a small business owner yourself, you can probably relate well to a lot of the same struggles that they go through.
Absolutely, and I wish somebody had told me this years ago when I first started out 6 years ago, is that rather than do it yourself, just spend the time and the investment, the money on hiring an expert who can help you get started with the right foundation right from the get-go. I tried to create my own website, my own content and everything else, and I was finding I was going 100 miles an hour in no direction and not achieving anything because I wasn't focused on sales, because I was too busy doing all these other important things that I thought were relevant at the time. Looking back on it now, I've wasted more time, more money than I should have. If I would have just hired someone to help me, I could have been successful that much faster and saved that much more money.
Troy, you seem like you're very passionate about what you do. What made you want to be a business coach? Where's the passion come from?
I think for me, it just kind of grew into it. I remember as a young kid, there was two things that I loved doing. I loved sports and I loved business, and those were the only TV shows I would watch was the news or business shows and business magazines and Sports Illustrated. And so, but I always had a love for teaching. I went on a mission and I really fell in love with people and seeing their lives change. And I worked on 2 degrees in university, and I was in banking for 3 years while in university. And so I taught for about 5 years, and then I did banking and sales for 10 years. And I just got tired of the environment and wanted to just don't be my own boss, but still have that passion for teaching and helping others. So I decided, if I could be a business coach and help others, because I'm still a teacher and I'm helping, give back to others and help them to succeed, not only personally, but professionally. And that for me is very rewarding and gratifying. So that's why I've chosen to do what I've done. And I will continue to do it for as long as I can, because I enjoy it and I love helping people.
And that's awesome. If you do me a favor a second, if you're looking at the camera directly, and the people at home are always going to be wondering, a lot of them are very small business owners going through a lot of struggles. I know we've talked a little bit about how you can help them and why they should hire you, but if you had 10 seconds, 20 seconds to just talk to them directly, what would you say to the struggling business owner?
You know what? Focus on your marketing strategies and focus on your vision and your mission of the company, because that will always guide you and lead you back to when you're struggling and what you need to push forward and to rely on. When you think you can't go on, rely back on those 2 things, your vision statement and your mission statement, and that'll help refocus you where you need to be and help carry you through to the next stage.
Awesome. Well put. Awesome. So looks like I might have seen a tear in your eye, and I'm tearing up too, or it's just dry in here. That's what I go with. So
Contacts.
why don't we shake it up a little bit and get back into some more fun? So we're going to move on to our second improv game now. This game is called Accounting for Artists. Now, I'm an accountant, so almost every game we're going to play is probably going to have some kind of nerdy spin on the puns of accounting and business, but that's okay. So here's the concept of this game, Accounting for Artists. So every week at the show, we're going to pick, when we do this game, we're going to pick an artist whose music is pretty well known throughout most people, regardless of genre. And then our job is to, on the spot, kind of re-sing a phrase or two from that song, tailoring it to our specific businesses. So for me, for example, I'm going to use accounting, business, finance type puns and stuff to sing songs in that. And you can use business as well, since you're a business coach or whatever floats your boat. The artist we selected for today is Elvis. I have a feeling that a lot of people know who he is. Huh?
I remember.
You think that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Elvis.
I love Elvis too.
He's the king.
He'd probably kill me if he heard my impression of him, but that's okay.
Probably, but yeah.
All right.
It's a good thing he's dead, I guess, huh? Because then you'd be dead if he was alive.
That's true.
Because you killed his impersonation.
I'm sorry, Elvis. I'm sorry.
No problem.
All right. So what I have in here is a list of Elvis songs. These were, I guess, his top 30, top 31 hits, something like that. So we're going to take turns. Probably get through one or two or three each, I'm not sure. And take one of these songs and improv on the spot, see if we can re-sing the lyrics as we go to fit to our respective businesses. So this is Accounting for Artist Elvis style. Are you game?
I am totally game.
Okay, once again, I'll give you the option. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You know what? I'll go first this time since you went first last time.
Deal.
All right.
So you can do it sitting down, you can do it standing up if you want to channel your inner Elvis, whatever floats your boat there.
I'm going to go with Heartbreak Hotel.
All right.
Do you want me to sing it? Or
I'd love for you to sing it.
I'll sing what I can. I don't know all the lyrics, but I'll do what I can.
Do a phrase or two, whatever makes
I went into the county jail and I found myself in... No, that's not it. Heartbreak Hotel. You've been so lonely. You've been so lonely. I could die. Yeah. Heartbreak Hotel, ladies.
Wow.
How's that?
That was pretty awesome. I don't know how I'm going to beat that.
Thanks.
You don't have to worry about that. So, how am I going to top that? All right. I'm going to put a accounting spin on the song known as Fever. This was actually made popular by a few different artists. Michael Bublé's done it. Elvis Presley's done it. I think Frank Sinatra did. Lots of people have done it. But this is the Corey edition, accounting edition of this, I guess. We'll see how this goes. All right, and I apologize to Elvis. Try and get my upper lip to breathe proper so I can talk like that. That doesn't sound like Elvis.
I can fix that for you if you like.
I bet you would.
Okay.
All right, so here's Fever, Corey Hill accounting edition. Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. Man, I love it when you calculate the formulas I didn't even know were there. Your spreadsheet. In the morning, spreadsheet when I know you're right. Spreadsheets in the morning, spreadsheets all through the night.
Nice, very good. That was impressive. Elvis would be proud.
You
If
think
he
so?
wasn't, I am. Good job.
All right.
Right there.
Okay, one
Sit
down each. Let's each do one more.
All right.
What's your fancy there?
I'm gonna go with Don't Be Cruel.
All right. Don't be cruel.
Don't be cruel. Ooh, don't be cruel. Ooh, do all that's true. I don't want no other business coach. Just Troy Price to help me alone. Don't be cruel. Ooh, do all that's true. Don't be cruel. Ooh, do all that's true. I don't want no other coach. Just Troy Price from the Achievement Center.
Big finish, big finish.
Elwood Palmer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Almost put an eye out. but
Thank you.
nice
Sorry
work.
about that. It's all funny games, so you lose an eye, right?
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Wow.
We haven't lost an eye, so yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I know where I've seen Tori before.
Where?
I think I saw him when we went in Vegas. I think she was one of the Elvis impersonators on the street.
you know, it doesn't surprise me. He's quite a talented guy. Like, he puts me to shame. Like, I'm proud of him. I'm glad he's my brother. Like, seriously. Like, I'm the one who's saying I'm related to Tori Price, not the other way around.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, you're a good man.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, let me think here. All right, so I guess I'm going to choose this Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear with a little bit of accounting spin on it. So, all right, here we go. Oh, baby, let me be your loving accountant, finding all kinds of loopholes to make it so much fun. Oh, let me be, oh, let him be your accountant. I don't want to be your auditor, 'cause auditors have no fun. I don't want to work for government, 'cause that helps no one. I just want to be your accountant. Ooh.
Well done.
Wow.
Wow, you are a natural. You know, if counting doesn't work out for you, you know, I think you've got another job here. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, you know, I was going to try out for Canadian Idol until they canceled it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they should have had you on there. It'd still be going right now.
No, I don't think that's the
Oh,
case.
I think so.
All right.
Oh,
Well, thank you, Troy. That was kind of fun.
that was awesome.
Did you
Thank
have fun?
I had a great time.
Awesome.
We're not done, are we?
Oh, no, we're not.
Oh, phew, good.
We're getting towards the end. But we're
Okay,
not done.
perfect.
Okay, so one of the reasons that Cashews and Donuts show came about is because we want to help business owners. So we want to invite great people like you on the show to talk about your business. We also want to answer your questions that, you know, your average day business owner is probably going to wonder about how they're doing and if they're doing things correctly and how they can improve and stuff like that. So we're going to take a few minutes, and I guess we'll kind of let you direct this. But Troy, if you were to think about your clients, what issues, questions, things do you think your clients have about business, accounting, finance, anything like that?
Well, the biggest theme that I seem to be hearing lately is a lot of business owners are struggling with marketing. How do they differentiate themselves from their competitors? How they stand out? And the old way of marketing, you know, the cold calls, the emails, the drop-ins, they just don't work because everybody's done that and they've done it a billion times over. And so the business owners know it. And so they train their gatekeepers to keep them out. So you really, if you're, you know, to use the cliche, if you want to find the fish, you've got to go where the fish are and use the right tactics or the lure to attract them. With anybody, though, it starts with trust when you're building a relationship. And it takes time. And you've got to really appeal to their emotions and bring the value right away. People don't want to hear about the features of what your product is and that. They want to know the benefits and how it's going to make their life and their job and their work easier because of your service and what you have to offer.
Awesome. Well, I was going to ask you to ask a question, and I'd attempt to help answer it, but I think you've just answered it brilliantly. So,
Well, can I ask you a question?
please.
As an accountant, what are some of the biggest challenges you're finding right now in this down market here in Alberta, particularly in Edmonton?
You know, the question I get asked probably more than any other these days is, Corey, I've been running this business for usually between 2 and 5 years is probably the average that I see in this scenario. Right when, at least in Alberta here, the economy with the oil boom especially was at its peak. And then now, you know, these business owners have been having to do nothing to gain new business. They just had lots of money flowing in. And now the oil companies said, you know, we're not going to work for you anymore. And so the question I get asked the most often is, should I shut my business down? Is it worth keeping my business open, or should I shut it down and go be an employee somewhere, possibly in even an entirely unrelated field? And so sitting across my desk from me all the time, I've got clients who are asking me that question, Corey, should I shut my business down? And that's a hard question to answer.
Mm-hmm.
You're very passionate about your business. I'm very passionate about my business. And I know many business owners are passionate about what they do. So the thought of shutting a company down, that's hard to swallow. But the answer is it depends on, I guess, the commitment level. I personally believe that every business owner who really wants to make their business work will find a way. They could hire someone like you to definitely help in that. But I think any business owner could, if they're really passionate about what they do, could find a way. It's the ones that aren't really sure why they're even in business or may have forgotten why they're in business that I think really struggle with this question. And in some cases, I have found that it actually is advisable. You know, Mr. Client, if your business is not really that passionate to you, and you can go make money doing a bunch of different things. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the guidance I get. But that's the question I give myself right now. Should I keep my business open? And yeah, meeting with your accountant, meeting with a business coach like Troy, any of those people can offer you guidance. But at the end of the day, it's your passion that's going to drive whether you're ready to give up on things or whether you're willing to stick it out. So I guess that's what I'd say. So yeah, good stuff.
Good point. Passion drives everything, I believe. So that's a great point that you make for sure. You'll find a way no matter what.
I truly believe that. So now we've come to a partner program we call Chill Group Uncovered. So this show, Cashews and Doughnuts, is brought to you by my accounting firm called the Chill Group. And most people don't know I exist. And so I thought I'd take a moment on each show, just kind of talk about a different aspect of what this is all about. So with this being our inaugural pilot episode, I wanted to give a moment to talk about the Cashews and Doughnuts. What's with that name? That's a weird name, right? Who names their show? Anyways, what's the deal with this? So essentially, I was trying to come up with some punny ways to talk about a finance and business show. And so I was looking through the thesaurus of what are different names for money. And I saw cash and I saw dough as a slang term. And I was like, I wonder if we could do something with those terms and turn them into something fun. And so I thought, well, is there any words that start with cash that could turn into something else? I thought of cashews. Okay, I don't actually even really like cashews, but I like food, so I'm game with that. And I was like, okay, dough, is there anything? And I was like, if we're on a food theme, donuts. So cashews and donuts, food that most people like, especially the donuts, and playing on the words of cash and dough, that's kind of how it all came to be about. So it was sort of a happy accident, and I'm loving every minute of it that we've got so far. So anyways, that's how Cashews and Doughnuts came to be about. Troy, we're going to move on to our last improv game of the show. This is a game that's interesting. It's called Question Everything. And this will actually be very reminiscent for those of you at home that have seen the show Whose Line Is It Anyway. This is kind of stealing an idea from them, I guess. But here's the scenario. So we're going to be given a scene that we're going to have to impromptu act out, and we can only talk in questions. So no statements of any kind, has to always be a question.
So it can only ask questions.
Yeah, are you asking me that?
That's the question I'm asking.
That's what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the hang of it.
Perfect.
Good. Okay, so here's the scenario we're going to role play today. So with talking about the downplay in the economy that a lot of people are having a hard time right now figuring out what you're going to work, we're going to role play going into the unemployment office and trying to apply for unemployment, or EI, as they call it here in Canada. So that's the scenario. As my guest, Troy, you get a pick on whether you want to be the administrator at the office or if you want to be the person out of work applying for EI.
I guess I'll be the person unemployed applying for EI.
You want to play that part?
I'll play that part.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Bring it on.
Okay, so remember, the only rule other than that, that's the setting. So I'm working at an unemployment office and you're the one coming to apply. From here on out until the game ends, we can only talk in questions.
Sounds good.
You understand?
I do understand. Do you understand?
I understand.
Perfect.
Okay, ready?
Perfect. Go.
Go.
So you got some money for me?
For what?
For my Tim Hortons coffee?
Are you asking me about that?
Do you have my money?
Did you not know? Did you not get the message?
What message?
She didn't tell you?
She didn't tell me.
I was pretty sure I asked her. She didn't call you, huh?
Who?
What's her name? What's her name? You know who I'm talking about, right? Right?
Gabrielle?
It's
Is that her name, Gabrielle?
I don't know. Does that sound right?
I think so. Does that sound right to you?
I think so. How do we get talking about this anyways? Like, why are you here?
I need money. I need a job. Do you have a job for me?
Do I have a job for you? Is that really what you're asking?
I need a job. Do you have one or not?
Are you expecting me to hand you a job?
I'm expecting you to hand me a job. Yes.
You think they give me the authority to just give you a job?
Well, that's why I came to you, because you guys have all the money and the jobs as a government. Is that not true?
I think it is true. Would you agree?
I think so. Would you agree?
So, has this been a fun time for you?
It's been a great time for me. How about for you?
It's been fantastic, but I still don't know why you're here.
Because I need a job and I need skills and someone to help me. Can you help me?
I bet I know someone who could. Do you think you'd like to meet with them?
Yes, are they available?
I think so. Should we end this conversation?
Perhaps we should. What do you think?
Nice work, man. It's not as easy as it seems,
No.
is it?
No, because you got to be thinking of the answer than the question.
Good work. Good work, Troy. Well, that pretty much brings us to about the end of our show. I do want to encourage you all to go to our Facebook page. I actually tried it today, so if you could just Google Cashews and Donuts, it'll take you to our Facebook page. Encourage you to go visit there. On it, I'll have the addresses where you can write to us here at the Chill Group for Cashews and Donuts stuff. And I'll also have Troy's contact information, so you can reach out to Mr. Troy Price and find out about more about his business and getting his services. Every week on the show, we have a special guest. So Troy's our guest today. If you would be interested in helping us and coming on our show, we'd love to have you as a guest. Again, go to our Facebook page. We'll have information on how to apply and tell us your story about that. Before I forget, every week we're going to have a joke. We call it You Gotta Be Joking, submitted by people at home like yourself. So today we've got 2 small jokes submitted by a lady named Hannah, who comes to us from Stony Plain, Alberta. And Troy, as my guest today, you get the opportunity to read those 2 jokes. Get ready at home. These are always really, really corny, but that's how we roll here. So
I am honored to be able to share the jokes with you for today. So, first one is, a business owner tells her friend that she is desperately searching for an accountant. Her friend asks, "Didn't your company hire an accountant a short while ago?" The business owner replies, "That's the accountant I've been searching for." You, Hannah!
I should have seen that one coming.
Oh, I didn't. She's smarter than us. And you're an accountant.
I think there's one more. It's
Okay.
a short one.
Welcome to the accounting department where everybody counts.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Maybe you have to be an accountant to understand it.
Maybe.
I am an accountant.
Wait, and you didn't even get it?
Oh, I get it. Everybody, everybody counts.
Oh, counts because you count as an accountant. Ah, I get it. Oh, that Hannah. She's too. We should have her on the show. That's what we
You
need
know
to
what?
do.
We should.
We should.
We should find out, maybe she's an accountant.
Maybe she will be.
Or maybe she knows a good one, because I certainly don't.
Well, if she's not, then she could do the jokes because she's awesome in the jokes.
I'm just kidding. I'm an accountant.
Just an idea.
I love being an accountant, actually. It's just overcoming the stereotype that we have no personality, because as you can see, I have no personality.
That's not true. You make a killer Elvis impersonation, and your singing's pretty good too.
You're just teasing me, aren't you?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Hannah. Again, so go to our Facebook page. If you want to submit some jokes for us for next week, counting, business, finance, anything like that, we'd love to hear from you. So the show is basically over. We just got one last thing to do. And I have to tell you, out of everyone I've talked to about coming on the show, scarily, this is the part they're most excited about.
What's that?
Being on the show, promoting their business, helping people, that doesn't compare to what we're about to do.
What are we doing?
The thing is, this excites them and terrifies me. But, going back to earlier where I'm willing to do anything to entertain my kids, you know what? In the name of having accounting being fun, yes, it can be. This is what I've decided to do. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is an honor you get.
Awesome. I'm honored with the honor.
As I'm going to tell you this, I got to change because I'm going to get really, really wet here shortly.
Awesome. Well, this is a tradition I think we should keep going.
So, the accounting firm I have called the Chill Group, we've got a slogan that we use called a cool, refreshing accounting experience. And to drive that home and to show that I actually will do anything to make one of my clients laugh and have a good time, you get to perform the ceremonial dumping of the water on the accountant's head, on my head.
I would be honored.
Now, before you do, let me just take off this hat because it's been freshly rewashed by Tori. I wouldn't,
Yes, he would not be happy.
wouldn't want to screw that up. So, ladies and gentlemen at home, I am Corey Hill. This is Cashews and Donuts. Thank my special guest Troy for joining us today.
Thank you.
And I'm about to get really wet. So, Troy, whenever you're ready, go for it.
All right, here we go. First one on the show, right here. Bottoms up, buddy.
Oh, that's cold.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Perfect. Good job. Thank you. Oh, yeah. That's going to leave a stain.
Wow. You got your line to say. Cashews and Donuts.
Cashews and Donuts, folks. Stay tuned until next time. See you on the rebound.
Have a great day, everyone.